Good morrow, scholars. Welcome back to my series on lightsaber combat groups. In this episode, I'd like to discuss one of my personal favorites, Bendu Lightsaber Combat, I think is the name. I really should have double-checked just to make sure. It's been a while since I clicked on the channel name. I just kind of go through a playlist and I don't even pay attention. I like this guy, how he's very much a visual teacher when it comes to how to perform various techniques and forms. And if I recall correctly, they go from 1 through 5 because... Oh no, it's 1 through 6. But Niman is really more of a refresher of everything that came before it rather than like its own specific form. And they don't cover Form 7 because Juyo and Vapad are really more about psychological or philosophical thoughts versus physical applications. He says if you want to learn Juyo, just go over and watch their series on Ataru. If you want to do Vapad, you go over and you watch Ataru and Jimso, and you get essentially what those two forms are supposed to be. And I really like that because a lot of people forget that Vapad, made by Mace Windu, was really more about the philosophical aspect of a force channeled through a warrior's body. But anyway, Bendu Lightsaber Combat. His videos are really fun. He usually has his friends partner up with him so that they can showcase various techniques. There's a lot of like step-by-step grappling. So, like, say you've got your blades locked here, and you want to get the lightsaber. One technique is to grab the hilt and twist the lightsaber out of their hands, and then up to the neck. So it's really fun. I think these, if you want to do a lot of lightsaber choreography, like I'm working on, I think these guys would be the best ones for you to go study for a few weeks, because they show you a lot of different moves that one can do with a lightsaber. Slash sword, if you would prefer. And they don't break it down like each individual step. They go over it, I think, in an easy to follow way. And it's pretty simple enough to just kind of rewind a little bit and then watch again until you get it. And they're really good for various form techniques and applications of those techniques that even if you don't have a sparring partner like I do, although my sparring partners are few and far between and our schedules hardly ever line up, but these are really good shadow sabering ideas. One thing I like to do is I'll use my mattress, I'll lean it up against the wall, and I'll just practice the various stabs and slashes and cuts that they teach. And let's be honest, a lot of lightsaber work on YouTube is all pretty much the same thing. If you go watch Bendu Lightsaber Combat and their videos on Shicho, and then you go back and you watch Terra Prime, or you say go watch another's, they're all pretty much the same. Really what it comes down to is like your personal learning style versus their teaching style. Bendu Lightsaber Combat is very much a visual aid, more so than it is an audio aid. So if you're a more visual learner and you learn more from doing than listening, although you should listen, Bendu Lightsaber Combat is definitely going to be the one for you. Me personally, I kind of am in the middle between picking one over the other. Again, this is really just personal preference over anything else. But I hope you guys find this somewhat informative, even if I can't reliably go over all the stuff in the limited time that I have. Iggy, not now. Sorry, I went to go see Jurassic World, so all the dinosaurs that are carnivores, oddly enough, acted a lot like Iggy, so, no. Iguanas are vegetarians once they reach adulthood, and so that's why I think it's odd. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm really sorry that I was gone for so long without really explaining why. I explained in the last video I uploaded. Hopefully it's been uploaded by now. Uploaded? Yeah. I was having a lot of anxiety attacks and chest pains, and I was trying to take it easy before I ended up working myself to the point where I felt like I was having a heart attack, because that happened earlier in the year, and it was really scary, and my health needs to come first for once, and I'm trying really hard to eat a little healthier. I say after eating a pizza, drinking a lot more water than I normally do, and trying to stay away from carbonated beverages, because they mess with my blood's pH level, which in turn messes with my heart, which in turn causes the numbness in the arm and whatnot. So, stay healthy. Lightsaber practice is definitely a lot of fun for your cardio. I'll put a link in the description of this video for you guys to find the Bendu Lightsaber Combat channel a little easier. Let me know if you guys prefer one school of thought versus the other. This whole hobby, I think, is really about us coming together as a community and learning from each other, rather than us fighting with each other like some in the Star Wars community have been. Whether or not you liked The Last Jedi, I think we can all agree there are people on all sorts of walks of life that really need to stop. I personally did not like it, but you might have, and there's nothing wrong with either of us. And I don't know why it's so hard to just say, hey, we have different opinions, but hey, we're all a part of the same community. But let's be honest, Star Wars has never really been free of that kind of thought. It's been pretty toxic since the beginning. But anyway, that's another video for another time. Until next time, goodbye everybody. Also, I'm still holding this from earlier.